Today's lesson for Monday the 25th of May. Name in the first box as usual, and our NAPLAN practice question is, which colour is the spinner most likely to land on? Have a look at the colours. We've got yellow, red, blue, red, blue, red. Matt spins the arrow on this spinner. Which colour is the spinner most likely to land on? Is it yellow, red, blue, or all colours are equally likely? This week we'll be learning more about chance, probabilities, and using fractions to represent those probabilities. At the end of today's lesson, I want you to come back to this one and double check it before you submit to the very first one where Matt's spinning this arrow. I need you to watch this video. If you don't watch the video, you won't know what to do for the rest of the questions after this. So watch this video on probability and answer the questions below. What is probability? Something that goes wrong, a tool to measure distance, the likelihood that an event will occur. Multiple choice, choose one. The probability line has a similar use as a number line, clothesline, or fishing line. Multiple choice, choose one. The chance of an event happening ranges from equally likely to certain, impossible to certain, impossible to likely, unlikely to impossible. Remember, you can stop and start the video as often as you like to get the answers. An impossible event would be a horse galloping, a cat sleeping, a pig flying, a dog running. An example of a certain event is, I will eat a fresh mango at the shopping centre. I will go to the movies on a school day. The sun will come up tomorrow. We can add values on the probability line from 0 to 1. Is this true or false? 0 is an event that is possible, certain, impossible, or likely. The 0 place on the probability line. What could that represent? Watch the video, it tells you exactly. The value of 1 is possible, certain, impossible, or likely. Again, watch the video, it tells you. Some events are between impossible and certain. If the event is equally likely, it would be, and there's 3 answers. Equally likely, perhaps, 0.5, half, 2/3. In the video, the example shown for equally likely was the sun will come up tomorrow, the pig will fly, the coin will land on heads or tails. An unlikely event sits between what and what on the probability line. An unlikely event sits between impossible and equally likely, or between equally likely and certain. A likely event sits between what two markers on this probability line? Is it impossible and equally likely, or equally likely and certain? This wheel, you need to look at the image. What is the probability that the spinner would land on blue? Now, if you watch the video, this one's very easy. Is it 0? Impossible. 0.25, unlikely. 0.5, equally likely. 0.75, likely, or 1, certain. Same colours, same wheel. What is the probability that the spinner will land on yellow? 0, impossible. 0.25, unlikely. 0.5, likely, equally likely. 0.75, likely, or 1, certain. What is the probability that the spinner would land on blue, yellow, or red? Is it 0, impossible, 0.25, unlikely, 0.5, equally likely, 0.75, likely, or 1, certain? Watch the video. What is the probability that the spinner would land on green? 0, impossible, 0.25 unlikely, zero point 0.5 equally likely, 0.75 likely, 1 certain. This is just your reminder at the bottom. Before submitting your work, go back to the first question and make sure you are happy with your answer. So scoot back up to the top, have a little look. Which colour is the spinner most likely to land on? Double check that before you press submit.